Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving deep into the key ingredients of a healthy relationship. You know, folks, relationships can be complicated. We're talking about two completely different individuals, each with their own baggage, insecurities and expectations, trying to navigate life together. But don't worry, I'm here to tell you, a fulfilling, loving relationship is not some unattainable fantasy. We're going to break down the walls, cut through the noise, and get real about what it takes to build a lasting partnership. Over the next few chapters, I'm going to give you the tools, the insights, and the straight talk you need to transform your relationship. Stay tuned because this is about to get real.
You know, everybody wants to feel loved, right? It's a fundamental human need. But sometimes it's hard to decipher whether those warm, fuzzy feelings are the real deal or just fleeting infatuation. Let me tell you something. Real love, genuine love, it runs deeper than fleeting gestures. It's about the little things, the everyday actions that scream, "I cherish you," without uttering a single word. Does your partner prioritize your needs? Do they truly listen, really listen, when you share your thoughts and feelings? True love is about respect, unwavering support, and a deep understanding of your hopes, dreams, and vulnerabilities. It's about accepting you, flaws and all, and celebrating the unique individual you are. Now, I'm not saying grand gestures are meaningless, but when it comes to love that lasts, pay attention to the small, consistent acts of kindness, empathy, and affection. Those are the telltale signs that your partner is truly invested in your happiness and well-being. Let me tell you something. Communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. It's the bridge that connects two people, allowing them to share their thoughts, feelings, and desires. But here's the catch. It's not just about talking. It's about truly hearing and understanding each other. Effective communication starts with active listening. Put those phones down, turn off the TV, and give your partner your undivided attention. Make eye contact, nod your head, and show them that you're fully present in that moment. And when it's your turn to speak, be honest, be open, and be respectful. Don't shy away from difficult conversations or bottle up your emotions. Remember, resentment festers in silence. Choose your words carefully and avoid blaming or attacking your partner. Instead, focus on expressing your own feelings and needs. Remember, folks, communication is a two-way street. It's about building a safe space where both partners feel heard, validated, and respected. Trust, my friends, is the bedrock of any healthy relationship. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without trust, you're building your relationship on shaky ground, and let me tell you, that's a recipe for disaster. Trust is about knowing deep down that your partner has your back, that they're there for you, no matter what. It's about feeling safe and secure in their presence, knowing that they'll protect your heart and your vulnerabilities. Building trust takes time, effort, and consistency. It's about being reliable, keeping your promises, and following through on your commitments. It's about being transparent with your actions and motivations, even when it's uncomfortable. And when trust is broken, it can be incredibly painful. But remember, healing is possible. It requires both partners to be willing to put in the work, to communicate openly and honestly, and to rebuild that foundation of trust, brick by brick. You know, we're all human. We all make mistakes. But when it comes to relationships, there are some common pitfalls that can sabotage even the strongest bonds. One of the biggest mistakes is expecting your partner to be a mind reader. Communicate your needs clearly and directly. Another mistake is letting resentment fester. Address issues head-on and move forward together. Take ownership and find solutions together. Remember, you're on the same team. Make time for each other and keep the spark alive. Now, I know what you're thinking. Keeping the spark alive in a long-term relationship? Is that even possible? Well, let me tell you something, it absolutely is. It just takes a little effort, a little creativity, and a willingness to make your relationship a priority. Remember those early days of dating? The excitement, the anticipation, the butterflies in your stomach? While you may not always feel that initial rush of infatuation, you can keep the flame burning bright by making an effort to connect with each other on a deeper level. Schedule regular date nights, just the two of you, and make them special. Put away your phones, disconnect from the outside world, and truly focus on each other. Try new things together, step outside of your comfort zones, and create shared experiences that will strengthen your bond. And don't underestimate the power of physical touch. Hold hands, cuddle on the couch, give each other massages. These small gestures of affection can go a long way in keeping the romance alive.
Long-distance relationships, they can be tough. There's no doubt about it. The physical distance, the lack of everyday intimacy, the constant longing to be together, it can take a toll on even the strongest couples. But let me tell you something. Distance doesn't have to mean the end of your relationship. With commitment, communication, and a whole lot of effort, you can make it work. The key is to stay connected, even when you're miles apart. Make time for regular video calls, send each other good morning and good night texts, and get creative with virtual date nights. Share your daily experiences, your thoughts, your dreams. Let your partner be a part of your life, even from afar. And when you do get to see each other in person, make the most of it. Plan special outings, create lasting memories, and cherish the time you have together. Remember, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and those precious moments of reunion will be all the sweeter.
Let's face it, folks, conflict is an inevitable part of any relationship. You're two different people with different perspectives, different opinions, and different ways of seeing the world. So, yeah, there's bound to be some bumps in the road. But here's the thing. It's not about avoiding conflict altogether. It's about learning how to navigate those disagreements in a healthy, constructive way. The key is to approach conflict with a spirit of collaboration, not combat. Remember, you're on the same team here. Your goal is to find a solution that works for both of you, not to win the argument. Listen to each other's perspectives, even if you don't agree with them. Try to understand where your partner is coming from and validate their feelings. And be willing to compromise. Sometimes it's about finding a middle ground, a solution that meets both of your needs. Now let's talk about compromise. It's a word that often gets thrown around in relationships, but what does it really mean? Well, let me tell you something. Compromise is not about one person always giving in or sacrificing their needs for the sake of the other. True compromise is about finding a balance, a win-win situation where both partners feel heard, respected, and valued. It's about recognizing that you're not always going to see eye to eye, and that's okay. The key is to approach compromise with an open mind and a willingness to be flexible. Ask yourself, what's truly important to me? What am I willing to bend on? Remember, it's about finding a solution that works for both of you, even if it's not your ideal outcome. And sometimes compromise means letting go of your need to be right. It's about choosing the relationship over your ego and recognizing that a little bit of give and take can go a long way in building a stronger, healthier partnership.
Red flags in relationships. When to stay and when to go. Let's get real for a moment. Not all relationships are meant to last. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, things just don't work out. There are certain red flags that should never be ignored. Abuse, whether physical, emotional, or verbal, is never acceptable. If your partner is hurting you, seek help and get out. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship. You deserve to feel loved, respected, and valued. Life throws curveballs. It's inevitable. And when your partner is going through a tough time, it's your job to be their rock, their shoulder to cry on, their biggest cheerleader. But how do you do that effectively? First and foremost, listen. Really listen. Let your partner know that you're there for them, without judgment or unsolicited advice. Sometimes, just having someone to vent to, someone to hold their hand and tell them everything will be okay, can make all the difference. Offer practical support. Help with everyday tasks, run errands, or just be there to lend a listening ear. Small gestures of kindness can go a long way in showing your partner that you care. Be patient and understanding. Everyone copes with difficult times differently. Allow your partner the space they need to process their emotions, and don't take it personally if they're not always their usual selves.
Well, folks, we've covered a lot of ground today. We've talked about the importance of communication, trust, compromise, and support. We've explored the signs of a healthy relationship and the red flags that should never be ignored. Remember, building a strong, lasting relationship takes effort, commitment, and a willingness to show up for each other even when it's tough. But let me tell you something, The rewards are immeasurable. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship tips and advice. See you next time.